If you've been restless lately, always wanting the next thing, feeling like life will finally be better after something changes, this message is for you, because what if I told you that your dissatisfaction isn't random, it's instructional? The Bible says in 1 Timothy 6:6, "Godliness with contentment is great gain, not godliness with success, not godliness with abundance, not godliness with recognition, godliness with contentment," which means contentment isn't optional, it's essential. Most people misunderstand contentment. They think contentment means settling for less, giving up on growth, killing ambition. But biblically, contentment has nothing to do with stagnation. Contentment means peace in the present while trusting God with the future. Paul said in Philippians 4:11-12, "I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances, whether living in plenty or in want." Notice the word learned. Contentment is not a personality trait, it's a discipline. Here's a hard truth many believers avoid. God often delays increase until contentment matures your heart, because increase magnifies what's already inside you. If you're discontent now, more will not heal that it will expose it. That's why Hebrews 13:5 says, "Be content with what you have, because God has said, 'Never will I leave you.'" Contentment is anchored in His presence, not provision. Discontentment almost always begins with comparison. Social media didn't invent comparison, it just accelerated it. The moment you start measuring your life against someone else's calling, peace begins to leak. Jesus warned Peter in John 21:22, when Peter compared himself to John, "What is that to you? Follow me." Comparison distracts you from obedience. You can't be content while trying to live someone else's timeline. Contentment protects your heart. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." A guarded heart is a content heart. When you're content, you're harder to manipulate, you're harder to offend, you're harder to discourage. That's why the enemy attacks contentment first. Waiting is unavoidable. Complaining is optional. Israel lost years in the wilderness, not because God wasn't faithful, but because discontentment turned miracles into complaints. God provided manna daily, yet they still wanted Egypt. Discontentment will romanticize your past and resent your present. But Lamentations 3:22-23 reminds us, His mercies are new every morning. If mercy is renewed daily, contentment must be practiced daily. Let this be clear, contentment does not cancel desire. You can want more without resenting what you have. You can pursue growth without despising your current season. Paul balanced both when he said in Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." That strength isn't just for achievement, it's for restraint. Here are biblical practices that grow contentment. Daily gratitude, Psalm 118:24. "This is the day the Lord has made." Limiting comparison inputs. Naming God's faithfulness out loud, serving others intentionally. Contentment grows when your focus shifts outward. If you've been feeling dissatisfied, don't shame yourself. God may be training you to hold what's coming, because what you don't appreciate now, you won't steward well later. So rest here, trust here, grow here, because contentment is not the end of blessing, it's the doorway to it. If God spoke to you through this message, don't rush away. Share this with someone who's always chasing next. And stay connected, because the next message will reveal how gratitude unlocks multiplication.